What's up, y'all? We are in Kenisee Lake's Thousand Trails in Jefferson, Ohio.
All those little moments, the bus you didn't catch me looking over your shoulder, just at the right time. Those little moments, all that near you, only got you about. All those little moments. All those little moments.
Big tree. There's a river right over here, just off of, or maybe it's the creek. This is Mill Creek Road right here. So right here, this is the parking lot that you'll need to pull through into when you're bringing your RV in. Right up here on top of the hill, this is the Welcome Center, which they've also, it's like the recreation center as well. But that's where you're going to check in. You can see the barn over there. That's where you first come off of Mill Creek Road, and you'll turn down this hill right here. And I'll take some drone footage here to help y'all really see this. But there's plenty of room. You don't need to worry about pulling down into here. You can pull all the way around. You come down here and swing back around through here, and then you can pull out. And when you, after you check in, there's a gate type thing with a code. They watch for you when you come in with the RV, and they will manually open it for you to make sure you don't run out of time. So it's some of the Thousand Trails, it's a little bit cramped, a little tough to find this area to pull through while you register, but this one at Kenisee Lake, this is not an issue. So just past this parking lot, that right there is the dam that holds the lake in. That is Kenisee Lake. It's a smaller lake. It is all right within this park. So it's basically a private lake. Judging by this dirt down here on the sidewalk, this area may flood. They've got this path taped off, but she said that's because it can get really slippery right here. So they're gonna take some action to kind of grate this and get a gritty surface so it doesn't cause it to be slippery when it's all wet. But it looks honestly like it floods right up to about this point right here. That's a lot of flooding. So that is Kenisee Lake. I know some people would probably be like, it's still a pond. It's pretty good size. I say it qualifies as a small lake. Look at all the yellow flowers down there in the ditch. We got ice cream, candy.
Kira's like, where did the ice cream come from?
$1.50 for drinks. Look at these old photos. Kind of get a feel for what the park used to look like. So really the only thing new, like those are the campsites we're in over here, those pull-throughs right there.
Ah.
Which supposedly they said they're going to add more pull-throughs in that area. And that's what it looks like in the wintertime.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
That's a old picture.
That's different. These are gone. That's where those big trees were. How old is that photo? Wow, none of those are there. None of those are there. None of those are there. Now it's more camping through there and then pull-throughs back there. Intriguing. Got a TV here if you want to watch some TV. It's a little warm in here. I don't know if they got the AC running. Bunch of community pictures. Looks like they've had some cool parades. Look at that dune buggy. That's awesome. Looks like the mini golf's seen some better days too. Looks like it could use a paint job to look like that again. Okay, this picture right here caught my attention. That's got to be the upstairs in that barn. So they use that for events. Now I'm intrigued. This kind of looks like they set this up so if you wanted to come up here and have a workspace, you could. There's a plug-in right there. And one right there. That's pretty neat. It's a little warm in here for my liking, but... Oh, and look, they've got coffee. That's awesome. You can come up here and use one of these pods and make yourself a coffee. Don't see anything where it's asking for money for that. We got a library. Come sit over here in this gliding rocker. read a book. A lot of pictures. A lot of fond memories in this place.
It's my coffee. No, not coffee. This is my
Tea?
tea. And I have some videos.
And back here in the back of the Welcome Center, there's games. There's pool cues. This table's covered up. That table's available. Somebody's made a cool looking quilt. Little foosball. Ping pong, but it's folded up. We got some puzzles over there. This is the second time in a couple of days I've seen an old TV like this. And the sectional couch is down to just a corner. So they got kids movies over here. The kids can come over here and watch some DVDs.
Yeah.
And they got a play area. Kira still loves finding this kind of stuff. Although now that she's got her fishing pole, she might be over it. Got some Duplos to play with. So this is just a fun place if you want to get out of the camper. If you're spending a lot of time in your RV, something to help you get out and let the kids play and stretch their legs. Could totally come up here and do homeschool work if you wanted to. So they don't have a dedicated sales specialist here at this Thousand Trails, but the manager at the park can help you if you do want to upgrade and have answers about your membership, any questions that you've got. So the barn at the front they can use for dances and other events, but it's currently closed for renovation and they don't have an estimated time of completion for that. That is something to look forward to in the future. I saw a photo where it was all lit up and you could see the tables and everything, and it's like, that looks awesome. I like this park. I could totally see us being back here someday.
Yeah. The weather is very nice in May.
Yeah, cool.
Hasn't got it above 75 maybe.
There's a low of 35 on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What?
This is different for us from Texas.
Yes, it's already hitting in the 90s in Texas.
Yeah. Oh, there's bugs.
All right, we got to go. We're washing clothes. We need to go move them to the dryer. So right here around the side of the check-in, you've got the laundry room. They got 6 washers and 6 dryers. 3 dryers right here by the front. You got a table. You can hang out, little sink. Another table here, and another table on the other end of the dryers.
Oh, there's some more lights.
Oh, hey!
With me?
More?
With me or without me? With me or without me?
I love you. So it is $1.50 to dry, $1.75 to wash. We might need to check on one. The one I put Kaylin's in, it was like it was mid-operation. I don't know if it actually washed. I may need to do another cycle on Kaylin's. So this laundry room says that it has the CSC Pay mobile app, which you can see the code, but that doesn't look like CSC mobile. That looks like Coin Match. You've got this here, and then you've got this here. That's actually different. Wait, no, there's still CSC works there, but over here it says ASI Coin Mock. Color me confused. Well, I pulled up the app and it's just sitting here spinning, acting like it has no idea. Maybe I need that app. I had quarters, so no big deal. So I never dry my shirts. Now we gotta take these back to the RV and hang them up to dry. You know, it's better outside. Also, these types of towels, it's not a good idea to dry those. Quick drying towels, take those back and dry them. So ice is $3 a bag. Looks like it's a 7-pound bag. The bait, the night crawlers you can buy, they're $3, but they are going to go up to $3.50 soon, they said. I saw a picture of a tree with a face carved into it. It was an old picture. Look at how much it's grown over that face. So a cool note, the boats are free. You just need to go inside, sign a waiver. Then they will give you the oars and life vests, and you can go paddle out there. And there's actually an island way over there. I would love to spend some time just trying to paddle over to that island and just check it out. Can you hear the geese being all noisy? I don't think I've seen this lake without somebody fishing by it. Also of note, you can fish for free here without a license because this is all a private lake all on this property. And you can keep what you catch. You do not have to toss it back if you don't want to. To me, this doesn't feel the strongest or stablest for somebody over 300 pounds. I'm a little on edge. I'm gonna just back away slowly. Y'all are noisy. Yeah. Yeah, honkers. So this park is really dark at night since it's out quite a ways from the city. So little lamps on the light paths, on the path, are nice to have since it is so dark out here. One of these days I'm gonna have a goose call and I'm gonna come out here and heckle these hecklers. That's right, I'm talking about you, cobra chickens. So our neighbors have left this morning, so let's take a moment to look at these campsites. Now these are some older campsites, and judging by the photos that we saw in the Welcome Center, these have been here for 30, maybe 40 years. And that's why they're most likely the 90-degree back ends. Definitely not my favorite, and that's how I wound up all dorked up. I left it, we're only here for 3 nights, so I left it kind of at an angle. Be a little bit easier to turn out of here when we leave. But these are 50 amp full hookups. You get a picnic table. You get an on-the-ground fire ring, almost like a state park. You got water. There's the sewer connection. It's not threaded. I'll show you what I did in just a moment. And here is the power. Yep, all 3, 20, 30, 50. You can see the old power hookup still over here in the woods. Of course, you do have some seasonal sites. People that are really set up to stick around. Here come the young fishers. And here's what I set up since this wasn't threaded. I've got 2 elbows that I use for my black tank hookup. One of them I put one of these rubber gasket-like things on there. It kind of closes it up, but then it still kind of wanted to flop out. So I put the yellow, I call them Legos. I put those there to kind of hold it up. And then we've had this, we don't use it very often because we don't usually need it, but you can add water to that to hold it down. And then I put that container under there to make it all level so it would sit there to hold it in place. That's what I did. Now we're only being here for 3 days. We're not going to flush the tanks. I literally only set this up for the gray water. So our shower water, our dishwater can easily drain out, and I'm not overly worried about having to really flush these out today. I can just put them away and go. You love it here, Daisy? Do you love it here? So who caught the fish?
My friend.
Okay, why did you get to keep them?
Because we all wanted to eat them.
And you guys cut one of them up?
Yeah, it's in there.
Probably need to stick that in the fridge. Are those dead?
They're all dead.
How long have they been dead?
What time is it?
I feel like I need the people that fish, that watch our videos, to leave in the comments what we should do.
Since 10 or 11.
So, a couple of hours?
Yes.
I don't know if that's any good anymore. Are you having fun?
Yep.
Cool. So, if you need a dump station, here's the dump station. There's also 2 big dumpsters right there. One of the cool things about the dump station is this is also where the fish cleaning station is. I hope it's not nasty. Since there were some kids over here cleaning recently. So you've got the drain that goes down there. Oh, here's the water. Okay. And there's a lot of buzzing of bees. I'm just gonna walk away now. Just walking away. Let's go look at the dumping station here. Looks like there's 2. And it looks like they're not very well used. I don't know if there's any campsites here that don't already have their own dumping stations. So that might be why these are just neglected. And then 2 dumpsters. And there's Kenisee Lake. Look at the beautiful flowers. So there's a pond over there, basketball court and playground. We'll look at that in a minute. But there's just kind of this random playgroundish stuff here in the middle of this grass. And there is another wooden playground over there towards the camping loop. So this is where you enter into the park. They've got just the 1 code entry right there. Some of the 1,000 trails will have a higher one for the bigger trucks. But typical with any 1,000 trails, don't back up. You're gonna lose your tires. I like this lit up sign. There's actually a light bulb in there. I thought that was pretty cool. I think there's Kira. She's really loving the fishing. I love the grass here. So there's 2 separate ponds for fishing, plus the lake, which is also for fishing. There's one thing of horseshoes here. You can see where there was a second, but I guess they just decided not to use it and just left these backs up. Looks like a shuffleboard here that's just been kind of abandoned, and these swings. I don't know, a lot of the stuff here seems to be geared towards they'll get it set up by Memorial Day, so maybe they'll bring the swings out by Memorial Day. Got this nice picnic pavilion. I'm sure these picnic tables are just under here to keep them out of the snow through the winter. They'll probably disperse them out through the grass everywhere. Got a few lights in here. I was just chatting with some people that have been coming here for 7 years. They said that they've had dances in this covered area. Sounds like this has been a really fun park. They said that this little building right over there, you see that? They will make food. They've even made burritos in the past, and that usually opens after Memorial Day. You get drinks there, hot dogs, that sort of thing. The pool should be open by Memorial Day, and they think that the barn's going to be open by June, but they weren't really sure. One of the neat things that they were telling me about was they play this game of campsite poker, I think it was, where you drive around and get a card from each of the campsites. And then when you're all done, you see who's got the best hand, and then that person wins a prize. And then they would also get food and items from the different campsites. Sounds like this whole campground gets involved and having a lot of fun. This is a really cool campground. I love it. Love that older table right there by the tree. So there's basketball here, and it looks like pickleball could be set up, but they don't have the nets there. And this looks like a great big fire. Big fire pit. I guess everybody can bring their own chairs and have a big bonfire. So they've got this fence here to keep the basketballs from rolling into the pond. Looks like they're down to only 1 hoop. Looks like that one broke. Or it could be another one of those things they took in and put away through the winter. And they only put out 1 to accommodate the early campers. There's a basic baseball diamond right here. Not a whole lot left of it. I mean, you can tell where home plate should go, and you kind of see where the pitcher's mound is. I can just kind of barely see some tracks where it used to be. Obviously, if you wanted to come out here and lay down some plates, it would be no thing. This would be great for kickball, honestly. I would love to see a group of kids come out here. All ages. I love kickball. Kickball's fun. Come out here and use this grassy field to play a nice big game of kickball. 2 cabins here, and those are right behind the miniature golf. So miniature golf looks considerably different from those pictures. I love that we could see those old pictures in the Welcome Center. Used to be wood borders on this with paint. So it looks like they swapped all that out for these brick borders. Some of the green looks in pretty decent condition. Better than somewhere like Alabama where it had all been ripped up and was just cement. Probably just need to go through here and do something about the weeds and whatnot that are coming up through the rocks. So I'm looking over this general direction and I see a tree stump. Something is catching my eye over there. Okay, this is too cool. Somebody built a village in this tree stump. I love this. I bet Kira hasn't seen this yet. Kira would love this too. How adorable is that? That's just neat little things. You could have done that if you owned a house, but you can do this kind of thing here and share it with everybody. As long as you teach your kids, don't go through and take this stuff and break it. Add to it, honestly. How cool would it be? I would love to maybe go buy something and add a little something over here to the corner just to help add to this neat little village that everybody could enjoy. So the putters and the balls, easy access right there for mini golf. Right by the first hole. I'm not sure what they call this. And I don't know what HOA is. Cash or HOA only. You can see there's a kitchen in there. Some giant bumblebees out here. Places to sit all around. Yeah, but this campground's a lot of fun in the summertime. So here's one of 2 bathhouses. These bathhouses are quite interesting. I really liked, not this one, but the one in the A camping loop. The shower heads were phenomenal. I am not kidding. Unlimited hot water, great pressure, and a really cool shower head like I have never seen in an RV park before. The only downside is shower curtains. It had lockable doors. It might have taken this to the best bathhouse I'd ever seen in my life. I mean that. Excellent, excellent bathhouse. This one, this is over by the pool. There's a pool right there. There's one cool shower head and one that's just okay. But the other one, it's two amazing shower heads. This is a pretty reasonable playground. Nothing extravagant. Kids love to dig in the sand though, so having all the sand really helps add to the kids having fun. A decent amount, you know, you got a couple of slides. Looks like 4 slides. Lots of things to climb on. I could see kids up to 10 years old having fun here. Teenagers might be a little disruptive. Depends on the teenager. We're getting the pool ready. Like I said, most likely Memorial Day. I can't imagine having this ready before Memorial Day if you got a 35-degree temperature day coming. I was about to head back to the laundry room to get that last load, and I heard, "Hi, Dad." Tanya and Kira coming back to do some more fishing. I think they went to go get some hooks. It's a beautiful pond they have over here. Do you think they allow any swimming in it? It's not clear. What do you think? Back for more fishing?
Yep.
You got some what do you got? Hooks?
Yep.
Bait? You can buy night crawlers and worms at the office for $3 cash.
I only have like $5 left, I think.
One important note I'd like to point out, as we pulled in, it felt like we weren't going to have any internet here from T-Mobile, and I thought I would have to get out Starlink so I could work. Nope. Got into our site. T-Mobile is firing at over 100 megs download and 7 megs upload. That's good. We have been just fine with T-Mobile and have not had to get the Starlink out. Hey!
Hi.
What you up to?
About this high.
You're a little higher than that.
I feel like this high.
You worn out from walking back and forth?
Yes.
Yeah. What happened to the bike? You didn't want to take it?
Somebody didn't put the seat back down.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
Okay.
So I had to walk.
I'll fix that. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it's hot when you're in the sun, but in the shade I have to wear my sweater
Yeah.
because I was freezing.
It's cool right now just standing in the shade.
But walking over here, I was like, ugh, I'm hot. I want to take my sweater off. And then I get under this tree and now I'm cold again.
I was talking to the guy about the pool, the maintenance guy, and he's working on getting it cleaned out right now, get all the water out, and he's going to repaint it. I was like, do you repaint it every year? And he said he has been, but he bought a new type of paint this year. He's hoping will last him and look better for a couple of years so he won't have to keep repainting it. He did say that the light in the pool doesn't work. And I was like, is that something you couldn't fix while the water's out of it? And he's like, they completely pulled the wires out. You would have to completely rewire it, and it's all in the cement. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, that's way too much work. So, but he's over there working hard. The goal is to have this ready by Memorial Day, which makes sense. If it's going to be 35 degrees here on Wednesday,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to have the pool ready. Not here. It's too cool here for a pool right now.
You're leaving before then. I'm glad.
Oh, yeah. You haven't been looking at the future forecast, have you?
Oh, no. I haven't.
Kira's gonna get some worms. Want some worms or night crawlers? Night crawlers are huge. They're big worms. So the campsite's back there behind basically the playground, the amenities. That is considered the D loop. So this is the A loop right here. So this is the A loop right here. Probably the biggest area. A lot of seasonal people in these spots. There's the nice bathhouse right there. The sites that are over here on this side, they've got the back end of their sites facing down to the Lake Kenisee. Somebody's got a massive collection of firewood there. Looks like a seasonal site that maybe somebody just hasn't returned to for this season. Just noticed something I wanted to take a closer look at. Looks like they might have like stairs down to the lake. There's an Avenger with a slide. Our very first RV was an Avenger. But we did not have a slide though. And back here behind it is the pond. I suspect you could go fishing in that pond if you wanted to. There's actually I see a stand-up barbecue pit on the other side of the pond. I wonder what's going on over there. It looks like there's a path or something right there to it. Now, our first day getting here was still the weekend, and there was a number of boys that were headed over this way with Nerf guns. Looked like they were gonna go have a foam Nerf battle. Looked like a lot of fun. There's another dumpster at the back of the A-loop. Looks like some people will do a full-on cover of their RV when they're not out here. Just got a moment to chat with the guy that's a seasonal that stays here. So he's still somewhat transient. They summer up here at Kenisee Lake, and then they winter down in the south. So they'll pay for the whole season to stay here through the summer, and then they'll head down to like Florida or somewhere else that suits them in the wintertime. Because I asked, I said, could you leave your RV here? And he said, yes, you can. If you pay for it, it's basically like an annual. While you can't get in and access it during the winter, if you wanted to winterize it and leave it here, you can do that. But since they take theirs and head for the south, obviously they're not going to. It was like, so when does a seasonal person pay? I've never even considered the seasonal stuff before. So it was interesting to chat with him. He's like, basically when the end of the season, when the campground's closing down in October, that's when he would pay for the next season to reserve his spot and keep it. Or at that point, if he was done with this park, that's when he would be like, hey, I'm not coming back. And then he'd have the responsibility to take the items that he left there, like any sheds or anything that he built. That's news to me. I'm learning while you're learning. Or maybe you already knew. So you see our RV there. We're in C4. And this entire row is C. And not the entire row, because it's going to change to B in the back. And I'll show you where that's at. So this is back what I would have thought would be more of the C loop. This is the B loop. These over here are the pull-through sites. And these ones further back, those are 30 amp only. When I was talking with the maintenance guy, he stated they want to put about 20 more pull-throughs over here in the grass. Makes sense when you see what they're doing, adding more sites, especially like the Columbus, Texas, Colorado River, 1,000 Trails. I could totally see them wanting to make expansions like that. Well, I've done a tour around the RV park and I've shown you guys everything this campground has to offer. So I've got some work to do to get ready. I have to unhook the hoses and put them away again because it's packing day. We are moving fast and furious right now as we're trying to get to Maine as quick as possible. There's a dog trapped. I'm gonna have to go free her too. So thank y'all so much for watching this review of Kenisee Lake 1,000 Trails RV Park. We love that you've come to watch this video. We hope that you will give us a subscribe and a thumbs up and come back and check out more of our videos. We do reviews of RV parks, reviews of RVs and walkthroughs, even done a Alliance RV factory tour. And then just our daily life. We're trying to put up a video every day about what life is like living in an RV. So we would love to have you stick around. So hit the subscribe and come back and watch some more of our videos. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember that life happens. Don't let it stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags.